Hello and welcome to another Battle Force instructional video. We're going through the phases now. We just did the initiative phase. Now we're going to do the movement phase. So basically in the movement phase is each model has two movement stats. The highest movement stat is listed first, and that's the one that you're going to use in the movement phase, which is the very first number here. There are two numbers. So operatives and specialists move 8 inches, regular troops move 7, and green or militia troops move 6. So in the movement phase, we're going to start with the person who actually lost initiative is going to move the first model, and they can do a couple different types of move. They can do a standard move, which is moving that very first number on their stat sheet, but they get no bonuses or penalties for that standard move. They could not move at all and remain idle, and they would end up with a +4 bonus to their action point total. The tactical movement simulates, that ready for action and kind of crawl movement with the weapons ready, and that's done at half movement rounded up, and or you could go prone. You could also hustle, which is adding 2 inches to your max movement. So if our operative here ran, or hustled, he would actually run 10 inches. The only caveat to that is once you do the hustle action or movement, you are unable to do anything in the action phase other than hunker down, which is a defensive move. So you're basically sprinting across, say, an open gap and then hugging cover as you get to the other side. We'll go into what the bonuses mean for this different type of movement during the action phase, where it will become more clear why you would want to do one over the other. But now we're just taking into consideration how and when we move. The other thing we can do is create a fire team. Now the fire team lets you take 2 to 4 models on the same side, obviously, and the only requirement is your commander has to be alive somewhere on the battlefield, and that the models that you want to move in the fire team are within 8 inches of one another. There is nothing other than, there's no other benefit to that other than you can move them all at once and out of turn, or out of sequence. So I win the initiative, the enemy moves this guy somewhere. I say I'm going to make a fire team and I'm going to move all 4 of these guys at the same time. They don't have to go the same way. They don't have to take the same movement action, meaning I could go prone with this guy, I could hustle with this guy, I could go tactical with this guy and a standard move with that guy. It doesn't matter. It only lets me move multiple models, whereas usually or typically I would only be able to move 1. Again, just something that speeds up gameplay. Sometimes you won't have models in line of sight, or you just got to get them from point A to point B really fast, and the activation order doesn't make a lot of difference. So that's when you're going to use the fire team. It doesn't let you attack together or anything else. So just remember that it's only a convention for movement. So we're going to jump into the action phase next, where more of this will become clear. I'll see you there.